weekend to get out and enjoy the rock and roll marathon that's happening in Nashville on Saturday. I'll be running in my this is my 13th rock and roll half marathon, and by running, I still partake in it. But there's also a special group that's also taking part in the marathon on Saturday. We want to tell you about that right now. Let's welcome Lisa Hallett, all the way from the West Coast. Lisa, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Thank you for getting up and doing the show with us. And tell us about Where Blue Run to Remember. Is that correct?
That's right. You got it. It's long, but you got it just right.
Thank you. Tell us about this.
We're a global community that honors the service and sacrifice of the American military. And we have communities across the country to include right outside of Fort Campbell, meeting every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And we take some time and we make sure we speak the names of the guys and gals who've made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of our country. And so we will be there on Saturday morning on the Rock and Roll Nashville race course. And we'll be right there in Bicentennial Park. And we'll have hundreds of volunteers holding American flags in honor of the heroes, the men and women who've made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And each of those flags will be accompanied by a poster that has the image and the name and the date of sacrifice of each of these men and women. And this is personal for me. My husband, John, was killed in combat in 2009, and he was casualty number 5,000. And it just made me so mad that my husband was a number. But all of these men and women who serve our country and make the ultimate sacrifice are not numbers, but they're our friends and our neighbors and really incredible men and women. So we'll be there on the race course this weekend, bringing their stories, their service, and their sacrifice to the forefront and create an opportunity for thousands of runners, to include yourself, to live inspired by some really incredible heroes.
Lisa, my heart breaks for you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. I mean, my heart breaks. I'm so sorry, but it's so rewarding that you're remembering his memory this way with the run and everything. What made you get with the marathons and everything?
You know, the first year when my husband passed away, we lost 41 soldiers in our unit, and we were just struggling. So we started running together, and each week we got a little bit stronger and figured out what we were doing. And so we trained and ran the Seattle Rock and Roll Marathon. And it was right at the end of the deployment, and some of the service members were coming back. And so they lined that course with 40 American flags, and it became a tradition. And our heart has just been ready for Nashville. We were supposed to be there now for years. There's a little pandemic detour.
Right.
And so with, 3 years planning, we are going to be on the course finally this Saturday. And I just think, when we honor the fallen, we're living inspired by their lives, and nowhere is it better for us to live inspired by out there on the race course, right? We're challenging ourselves, we're pushing through the hard and taking the next step. And so it's just a great place to really create a foundation of how we remember our fallen service members.
Where on the course will you guys be set up on Saturday?
We will be in Bicentennial Park. So it's about mile 10.5 for the half marathoners and about 12.5 for the full marathoners.
Okay, that's usually the part of the marathon where I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I running?
There's always a point in the course where you're like, was this such a good idea? And the answer is always yes. But when you are struggling, there will be some real incredible heroes out there to drive your next step. We can always push through that hard, always take one more step. And when we take those service members with us, there's absolutely no excuse.
That is so fantastic. All right, so we will be able to, and I've got ignorant and dumb questions. I apologize.
No, give them up.
So we'll be able to find you regardless, correct? If we're running, we'll see all the blue?
Yeah, if you're running, you'll pass through images of fallen service members, and then those will be followed by these full-size American flags. And so as a runner, it's a chance for you to go from this purposeful, positive remembrance into this fierce celebration of life, country, and really our charge to live in the aftermath of such sacrifices. And it is just life-affirming.
I just think I'm almost speechless because I just see, I read through it last night and what you guys do and what you're about and everything. It's just simply amazing to do this. And I got to give a shout out real quick to Claire Foley, who sent me a note last night, hoping just for a quick mention. And the more I read about that, Lisa, the more I saw this is more than just a quick mention. I mean, this is something that needs to be known, I think.
Well, Claire's an amazing volunteer and just a good friend, but she's right. It's going to be really special. And we want the community to be a part of this. These men and women made the ultimate sacrifice for all of us. And we can't all go to Arlington and pay our respects, but we are going to bring their stories and our honor right to the very communities they served. And so we would be delighted and just so fortunate to have the national community come alongside us and hold an American flag in honor of these heroes. So you can visit our website at wearblueruntoremember.org, visit races, find Nashville, and join us. There's no cost to participate, and every volunteer will receive a Wear Blue Run to Remember shirt.
Oh, okay. So when I run by, are you handing out flags? Is that part of it?
No, the volunteers who join us on the course will
Okay.
receive flags. So if you want to come join us, we're going to gather in the park about 6:30 a.m. We'll hand out American flags to volunteers and wear blue shirts. We'll have a circle of remembrance. We'll speak the names of these men and women who we're honoring, and then we'll line the course. And then when you come through as our athletes, as thousands of athletes push through, you're going to pass through that living memorial that each of these volunteers from the community are creating.
Lisa, you called me an athlete. Thank you so much. I've never been called an athlete in my entire life. Thank you.
Darn straight.
So there's information on the screen for people to join up. And it's just not for Nashville. I mean, this is an organization that's nationwide. So if you're not in Nashville or other places, you just still go to the website and get all information, correct?
Absolutely. And actually, this Memorial Day, we're inviting the country to commit to remember with us on May 30th, that last Monday of May. You just visit wearblueruntoremember.org, click on Memorial Day, and we're going to provide the name and story of a fallen service member for you to remember. And it's meant to be simple, just to take moments, learn their story, and really carry them in your steps that day. We even, of course, invite you to walk or run, just to move and to become a living memorial.
Beautiful. So are you coming to Nashville?
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I'll be at the expo on Friday, and I will stop by on Saturday. I might be out of breath, but I will come by and see you guys on Saturday. Lisa, thank you. I know it's early for you on the West Coast. God bless you. Thank you for what you're doing. We'll continue to get the word out and spread the message for what you guys are doing. You're an angel. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Joe. I sure appreciate this time this morning.
Absolutely. Lisa Hallett. And there's the website there. My heart breaks for her, but then she's doing this amazing thing to raise awareness. Just a beautiful person.